Hello and welcome back.
Hello?
Hello, Sydney.
I think you got the wrong number. Yeah, it's not Sydney.
If you hang up on me, you'll die.
Oh, that's a bit rude. Sorry, hang on. I got another phone call.
Hello, Shorty.
What's up?
What's up? What's up?
What's up? Sorry guys. Someone else is on the line. Hello?
Who are you?
Hang it up.
Let me just put everybody on a conference call. Hi guys, sorry. I've got to do a review, so I'm gonna let you guys sort out your nonsense. Hello and welcome back to the Review Tuesday. We're talking the Black Phone, we're talking a few spoilers about the movie, and we're talking about specifically the end. Let me know in the comments below what you thought about the film once you've seen it. Jump down there, let me know some things you thought you might have seen or picked up. Anything you want to talk about spoilerific, this is your place. If you're here and you haven't seen the film and you don't want spoilers, this is your chance to jump away. Come back once you've seen the film or go see my non-spoiler review. I'll leave a link in the description below. But for now, let's jump in.
Don't hang up.
So, The Black Phone is one of those thriller puzzle piece of films that I think is one of the best films I've seen in a while when it comes to building atmosphere. The first 45 minutes really see those kids disappear by the Ethan Hawke character, the monster with the black balloons, kind of harking a little bit back to, I guess, It, there with the kind of clown suit, but it's a mask that's all black with these black balloons. I think it pays homage to the 80s in a very nice way. We have our two main protagonist kids who have an ability, although I guess the boy doesn't know that he has the ability yet until he gets kidnapped and is put in the room and he starts hearing the phone calls and is able to listen to the kids that have been killed by our killer. And so there are nostalgic moments with the 80s score or soundtrack, but there are also horrific moments, and you can definitely see where this is spawned from the short story that Joe Hill created, and he's involved in the making of this with Blumhouse. And so we've seen how the mind of Joe Hill coming from his dad, I would say Joe Hill might even be creepier or darker in the content that he releases, because if you've read even the comic book series, you've seen very dark stuff but very entertaining. And so we get this nostalgic moments. If you have the daughter, the young daughter who has like 11-esque powers, you even see the kind of reminiscence of Stranger Things from her in the bathtub.
Never seen it before except in my dream.
And her trying to figure out where her brother is, in combination with her brother also stuck in this room. If you've ever seen the film Room, kind of harking back to that film or similar films of that nature, but also just serial killer films like Summer of Sam, really kind of taking threads from the best of those genres and then giving us these moments that we can kind of piece together to hopefully you can discover what parts of the film you're enjoying. And for me, I thought it was the puzzle piecing, but really the story that they built before we got to the puzzle piecing of trying to figure out where this guy is, where the grabber is, what Ethan Hawke is doing actually. And so we have that 45 minutes of where the father beats the daughter, and I was livid. You understood, kind of, because he's an alcoholic, he's lost his wife, he doesn't want his daughter to go through the same thing his wife went through, kind of losing her mind with these so-called visions or these dreams. And so that's how he reacts to that. So there's this whole shift in tone when we get to that moment, and from there on it really feels like it just goes down a darker path. And I don't know if you picked up, during the film, our young hero who we are rooting for, who is stuck in this room, there's all these things that the voices from the dead friends that he's had, or voices from the dead boys that he's had, are trying to get him to do. And so he's trying to escape through the window. He's digging a hole in the back. He's got the cable. And it's the only bit I didn't quite believe was the cable with the carpet pushing through. I just didn't believe that would go through, but never mind. Like talking about like supernatural entities and ghosts and things, doesn't matter what you believe or not. I just liked that you could guess the puzzle piecing, but you didn't mind the puzzle piecing. So what I mean by this is what he would use those for in the end. You knew there was going to be an altercation with the grabber at the end, and I thought it was worth it. And so once we get to the end, we have the sister who has the vision, and we think we are led to his house where the brother is, where the grabber is. Instead, it's the opposite house. So the killer had two houses, one where he buried the bodies and the other where his brother was, who had already been visited by the police. And it was at that point, I don't know if you picked up, that was the similar house. We've seen shots of where his brother was before, that looked like the same place. And that was at that point when I thought to myself, I bet that's the same place. I wasn't sure, but I was 90% sure. And I think probably a lot of other people at that point would have guessed that moment. Anyway, so he has the two houses. The sister finally brings the police to the bodies, and they think that they found the bodies but not found the brother. And the brother listens to the voices, and that's where the puzzle piecing comes together, and he is able to basically beat the bad guy. You know, he's leveled up, it's boss level, and he's putting all the things that he's leveled up, the weapons he's accumulated, everything kind of pays homage to the building of the puzzle piece. It reminds me a little bit of like M. Night Shyamalan's Sixth Sense, when not even Sixth Sense, Signs, when that whole film has been building, the daughter's been putting contaminated glasses of water around the house, and the son has had the strong arm of swinging a bat, and at the end you have the alien there and has almost killed the son, but because he's had an asthma attack, his lungs has closed, and at that point he says swing away, because that's the last thing his wife said. It all came to a culmination to that one moment, and that's what this felt like at the end, the culmination of digging the hole, of breaking the ankle, feeding the dog meat, the cable to be able to strangle the guy, the phone itself became the weapon of compacted with sand. All of those moments were really, really nicely added up, so that when we get that heroic moment where the son walks out all badass back into the school, we really earned those moments, and I thought that was fantastic. The only negativity I had about that, or the fact that he killed the grandpa, is that I wanted to see more. I think there could have been more stories if it was a good one, because I thought Ethan Hawke was so good as the grabber, the presence, his gravitas that he had. I think it would have been well worth another story from that. But I guess they could write in a twist. I don't know. I just kind of wanted him to be alive because it was such a good bad guy. Let me know your thoughts down below. What did you pick up? What kind of things did it remind you of? Summer of Sam, Stranger Things, that sort of thing, Signs. Let me know your thoughts down below. Thanks so much for watching this, but most of all, until next time, remember, live long and Tuesday.